Hey, 2D here, and let's jump into another Arena Cube draft. If you haven't seen Cube before, essentially this is a custom set. Instead of drafting packs from a real set, this is sort of a set built out of really powerful cards, primarily. Usually a Cube is like the most powerful cards from the history of Magic. This is only the cards that are on Arena, so not really the most powerful cards in Magic, but still all really powerful cards. You don't have any the draft shaft that usually fills up packs, you know. Basically everything is like rare power level or a roundabout, at least really good uncommon power levels. So you can build some more powerful, more synergistic decks than you could in a regular draft. So saying all that, let's see what we want to go with from pack 1, pick 1. Well, Torbrand is really powerful if we wanted to go into like the mono red aggression deck. If we could wheel this Rampaging Ferocidon, that's also very good. If we didn't want to go into the aggressive deck, Adonto Vanguard is pretty good in the white weenie deck. I think Torbrand's probably better if we're going to go with an aggressive deck like that. Karn's just a good Planeswalker, doesn't really put us in a direction besides either a control or mid-range. I think I haven't played an aggressive archetype here, and there's a lot of good red cards we could wheel for that archetype, so let's go with Torbrand. Let's try to be the mono red deck, or red splashing one of the colors, and Scorching Dragonfire is pretty good. Questing Beast is also good, not specifically in the and the green-red, or, I mean, if we did go like green-red monsters, Questing Beast is pretty good. Fires of Invention we don't really want. The other choice would be something like maybe Playcrafter or Unbreakable Formation if we wanted to try to go for like the red-white go white deck or the red-black sacrifice deck. Probably just take Scorching Dragonfire though. This can hit anything. It can hit creatures and planeswalkers. Not players, but that's pretty good. Okay, and Light Up the Stage is really good in the mono red deck. We should be able to get through pretty consistently. And there are a lot of decks in this format that are just trying to kind of be slow and, you know, play really powerful cards but are slow starting off. So getting in some early damage is pretty easy to turn on this Light Up the Stage. Other option would be like Knight of the Even Legion is a really good aggressive card. We could go like red-black and then maybe wheel this On-Grass Rampage, but I think we take Light Up the Stage. Just doesn't make us go into another color and is really good. Okay, here, Rigging Runners, it is red, but it's pretty bad as far as one-drop goes. I mean, it's likely to be a 1-mana 2/2 first strike for us, so that's, I mean, when that happens it's good, but it's not really great as like a actual one-drop. We could go with Gallia, kind of shift towards red-green here. Maybe red just splashing green. Gallia is pretty good. It gives us card advantage, and our other option would be something like, yeah, it's probably either Rigging Runner or Gallia, to be honest. So I think we take Gallia. I really don't think anyone else is going to take this Rigging Runner. So, okay, we have a Kiln Fiend here. Kiln Fiend is interesting. We're going to need a lot of burn spells to make this good, but if we do get those, Kiln Fiend is quite good. We could also take Fire Prophecy just as a basically a removal spell. We really want burn damage that can go out our opponent's face too. Dorat's another option. We could just kind of shift off of this Gallia, pick up a Dorat, and Dorat's pretty good in an aggressive deck. Ginger Brute also might be pretty good here. I think we take the Kiln Fiend though. Let's try to build towards this Kiln Fiend if we can. Oh, okay. Siege Gang Commander, I don't know about it in an aggressive deck, but that combined with Torbrand is just a ridiculous amount of damage. We can, every time we sacrifice a Goblin, we're dealing 4 damage to any target. That's pretty insane. I mean, what are our other options here? Goblin Electromancer is pretty terrible. If we had gone towards the mono white plan, we have Sky Marcher and Starfield here, which would have been interesting, but I think we're past that. Okay, we'll take the Siege Gang. Maybe we can be a more, with this Gallia and this Light Up the Stage, maybe we can be a more card advantage-y sort of deck than red it usually is. Probably don't want Sarkhan's and Sealing. I guess we take the Ionize. It's the most likely card if we were to play any of these in our deck. So we'll take the Ionize. Probably not going to have the 4 power to turn on this Furious Rise often enough, so let's take the Ionize. If we do go into red-blue, that'll be a good one. Okay, Glinthorn Buccaneer is not the worst. There's also a Chroma's Memorial, which is, I think, a little bit too high for us. Yeah, I mean, the other option would be something like Wayward Swordtooth, but that's too slow for us, I think, so we'll take the Buccaneer. Okay, here we probably take the Rimrock Knight, just a good card. Goblin Darkdweller we would also like to have, or Darkdweller Oracle rather, but I think Rimrock Knights is better. Early drop also a buff that we can use to make our little creatures trade with big creatures. I guess we take the red-white. I don't think we're ever going to play Weaponize the Monsters, to be honest. Not really a good card. Okay, Forbidden Friendship's fine. If we do end up in white, we'll be happy to have this Temple. We're not going to just play it Usually temples are maybe worth it if you're in only one of the colors, but not in our deck in particular. We want to be as fast as we can, so every... Okay, Gingerbread's a pretty good thing to come back around. Every tap land is a liability for us, with us wanting to be more aggressive. So, we do have Ionize and Gallia, both of which are interesting. If we had picked up that Dorat and also had this Ionize, I think I would just drop the Gallia. But I think Gallia is better than Ionize here, with what we have currently. Ionize is pretty good with Torbran. It deals 4 damage when we counter something. That's a lot of damage. But I think Gallia being able to dig out a bunch of card advantage and means that we don't die as easily to like Wraths. You know, if we put a lot of pressure on board, Gallia draws some cards, our opponent manages to Wrath. We still have a way to get back into the game with like Light Up the Stage and Gallia and such. I'm not gonna play any of these. I guess take the Mystic. If we do end up in red-white, I guess a 2-mana 2/2 is something that maybe we could play. Probably not, but... Okay, we got the Furious Rise back, so that's good. Lannery Storm isn't bad. It does give us some ramp to get up to like our Siege Gang Commanders and our Torbrands. Underworld Ragehound, probably can take or miss that one. It's not the best card in the world. I mean, Ruin Raider is pretty good in an aggressive deck if we wanted to shift towards red-black. And then Niv Mizzet's crazy, but not in the deck we're building. I think we take Lannery Storm. Goes pretty well. If we do end up in like red-green, it does fix for us a bit too, which will be nice. Yeah, okay, we'll take Lannery Storm. Oh, Winota's interesting. How many humans do we actually have in this deck? We have Lannery Storm, we have... That's it? So maybe not Winota. Oh, Thalia would be interesting. That would stave off the Wrath for one more turn. But probably want to take Legion Warboss here. Just a very good aggressive card. Definitely can kind of win the game on his own if it isn't answered. It allows us to not have to super commit to the board to have a fast clock. If we didn't have this Warboss, I would probably snag this Thalia and shift us towards red-green. I mean, red-white. Because Thalia is really good in this kind of deck. There was an interesting... kind of white weenie deck that's been going around that we could have done instead, but I think we're looking pretty good here. Well, nothing. I don't think we want this Weaselback red cap, but I don't know what else we take here. Maybe Lovestruck Beast. It is a 1/1 and turn. Yeah, I mean that's probably fine. Stomping Ground would also be nice. Maybe we wheel that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take the Stomping Ground just to make our mana easier. We're not going to be short on playables here. Oh, there's Ranger Vios. Kind of wish I had done the mono-white white weenie deck, just because I like that archetype, but Fanatical Firebrand is pretty good as a 1-drop. Pretty much as good as you get in, I think, Arena Cube as far as 1-drops go, so we'll take that. Nothing really sticks out here. Skittering Surveyor is a body, but it's pretty terrible. Guess we take Elvish Reclaimer. Probably not going to play it, but if we get good enough mana where we can actually consistently have a green 1-drop, it'll probably be fine. So I think we take that and put that in the sideboard for right now. Risk factor's interesting. I think we probably just take Shock, though. Shock is, well, then again, Domri's Ambush is really good. Yeah, I think we take the Domri's Ambush, actually. Risk factor's interesting. Maybe we wheel it, though. The only deck in the world that wants Risk Factor is like an aggressive deck like ours, so if we don't really have competition in that regard... Oh, the Akroan War, it's interesting. Tibalt is also pretty good because there is some decent life gain in this cube, and being able to shut it off with Tibalt is pretty nice. It's also very powerful with Torbran, because then each of the devils is going to deal 3 damage, both when it blocks and when it dies. But I think the Akroan War... kind of a crazy card. It's pretty easy to kill our opponent with the Akroan War. We'll take the Akroan War. See if we wield that Tibalt. Scorch Spitter is pretty good, and nothing else really compares. Man, there was a white weenie deck for sure. Okay, we'll take the Ragehound. Not the best card in the world, but definitely fine in an aggressive deck. It's a repeatable... It has Escape, so it's basically a repeatable threat if we kind of run out of action. If our opponent wraths the board or whatever, we can still get it back as a 4/2, which is not bad. Having some source of very difficult to remove threats, fine. Here, don't really have much of anything. Guess we take the Song of Freyalise. Not gonna play it, but... Okay, Weaselback red cap, I suppose. Is that better than Sparring Construct? I think Sparring Construct's probably just better, actually. As weird as that is to say, that Weaselback red cap is just really bad. Okay, Woodland Champion. Maybe ram through, actually, if we need more removal. Sure, we'll take the Surveyor. Okay, and we did get back the risk factor. Is that better than Infuriate? Infuriate, as far as pump spells go, is pretty good. I think we're going to take the risk factor, though. We've got a lot of card advantage in this deck. We've got Light Up the Stage, risk factor, Gallia, which is where I like to be in a kind of a QB. Okay, probably not going to play that, but it's an option. In a QB mono red deck, it gives us a lot of options. It means we don't just fold to the number. I mean, there's like a good number of wraths in here. We're bound to run into some. So, nothing really stands out here. We could take Pelt Collector as just a good one-drop, I suppose. Maybe Reclamation Sage is like incidental hate, because it's going to be pretty hard to cast this as an actual one-drop. We're probably going to be primarily red, just kind of splashing green. So if we're doing that, I mean, Active Treason's not the worst card in the world. I guess we take Reclamation Sage, I suppose. And Croson Tusk's interesting, but I think we want the Shivan Fire. We didn't get the Shock back, so having some easy red removal, we really want something that can go at the face. So Devil's Play could be that, and it's also something we can flash back with Gallia. Maybe Devil's Play is actually better. The other option is Goblin Banneret, but that's almost assuredly going to come back around. This is tough. I'm going to take the Devil's Play just because we don't have a lot of burn that actually goes at our opponent's face. Ooh, Robber the Rich is really good. Ooh, there's Domri too. Domri is removal, and it beats counter spells, and it buffs our whole team. Robber's just really good, though. Like, a really good 2-drop. We probably have enough 3-drops in this deck. Maybe we'll wheel back around Domri. It's possible. Purphosis Intervention's not the worst card in the world, either. Lightning Strike is perfect for us. That's awesome. Anything else we want? It really would be pretty good, but I think not good enough to drop the 2 good green spells we have, so we'll take the Lightning Strike. Emperor's Shieldbreaker is pretty good. Incidental hate, and hopefully we get back one of these green-red lands. The other option would be just taking one of these lands. I think we take the Shieldbreaker. 2-drop body. Ooh, Godzilla. I guess Godzilla's not bad with like Rimrock Knight or Rage Hound. But 5-drop, probably not exactly where we want to be. Maybe just take the Castle Inbreath. Yeah, we're gonna take the Castle Inbreath. Okay, Claim the Firstborn is interesting, but I think it's more for the red-black deck. Maybe Rowdy Crew? I don't know if we're actually going to run Rowdy Crew. 4 mana, we want it to be pretty good if we're going up to 4 mana here. Okay, well, 5 mana, charging Monster Store. I think that's better than the Nessian Horn Beetle. We're not going to be able to turn on the Nessian Horn Beetle. I don't know if we play the Monster Store, but it's not like the worst card in a red-green deck. It's just we're much more of a red deck than a green deck. So getting up to 5 mana, I don't know how often we're going to do that. Okay, we'll take Kabu, I guess. Yeah, and there's the Goblin Banneret. So do we want that of the Shivan Fire? How many 1-drops do we actually have here? Not a ton. You know what, we'll go up. We're actually going to take the Banneret here. We want a lot of 1-drops for our Gallia, so... And it helps with Robber the Rich, too, because we can get empty-handed pretty easy. Let's see if we get back one of those green-red lands. Well, we got Domri back. Wow. That's really good. I think this was the green-red land pack, so we actually didn't get one back. That's pretty rough. Yeah. I'll take the... Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Alright, that makes our mana much better. So we got a couple free green sources. Okay, there's Godzilla. Godzilla's probably better than charging Monster Sword, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. And in a deck this aggressive, the haste is important. I mean, this is basically a 7/7 trample for 5, which is pretty huge, but probably the trample is just better. A 5/5 trample haste. Anyway, let's see. We have to cut 4 cards here. How many red sources versus green sources do we have? We have 1, 2... Okay, we're going to cut the Reclamation Stage for sure. Probably want to cut the Sparring Construct. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, we'll cut the Sparring Construct. Probably want to cut some of these higher drop cards. Rowdy Crew... we don't need Rowdy Crew. Torbrand we definitely want. Crow and War is pretty good against a mid-range deck. I think it's worth... I don't know, it's pretty dead against like a control deck. Yeah, I think actually we'll go down to Crone War. I don't think we actually need it. And, I mean, this is a deck right here. We still could go up the Charging Monstersaur. If we did go up the Charging Monstersaur, what do we want to go down? Glinthorn Buccaneer isn't the best. Like, how many ways do we actually have to discard cards? Maybe none besides him himself. I guess Gallia is a way. And that's it. Yeah, I think we go down the Buccaneer and go up the... I think Monstersaur. Monstersaur's fine. Okay, and we're going to run it like this. So, basically a mono red, with splashing a little bit of green for Gallia, splashing a little green for Domri and Domri's Ambush, just for some removal, and Domri's just a really good card, I think. And yeah, seems pretty good. We have some ways to ramp up into our big stuff with Domri and with Captain Lannery Storm, so these 4 and 5 drops, we probably actually should go down some lands, now that I'm thinking about it. Probably go down... We want to, at most, be a 16 land deck, I think. Yeah. So go down a forest, and we can run one more, maybe we bring back in the Glinthorn Buccaneer. I think that's good. 16 land, we're pretty low to the ground, and to get to these higher drops, we have some built-in ramp via Domri and Captain Lannery Storm and such, so yeah, seems pretty good. Okay, so Aggro, let's see how we go against the Planeswalkers, the format with Aggro. It should be interesting, so let's hop into game 1. Alright, game 1 against Virales, and we'll keep this. We would really like to go first in this deck, but it's not the end of the world. Fanatical Firebrand. Get in there. Oh, opponent might have a removal spell for it. Well, if they do, they decided not to use it. Electrostatic Field, sure. So we will play Forest. We will attack with Fanatical Firebrand. Opponent blocks, and we'll just get this thing off the battlefield before it does too much damage. Scorchbitter, sure. Here I think we go... Domri's Ambush is a little risky because they could blow it up in response. So I think we go Devil's Play for 1. Kill the Scorchbitter. Gingerbrute. Get in for 2. We're just clearing our opponent's stuff out of the way here. Domri's Ambush can take care of anything they have with... Okay. You can cast it from the graveyard for exile. That's a little annoying. I guess we go Buccaneer. Yeah, we'll go Buccaneer. And attack. Pass turn. Squee is actually kind of annoying. We can't really get rid of that forever. So we'll just hold these guys back till we can slam Domri on the board, and then even if he does block 1, it's a little more worth it. Light up the stage is pretty good. Yeah, we'll make Gingerbrute with the green mana, we'll make Gingerbrute unblockable. Go to combat. Attack and attack. Sure. I think we're gonna kill the Squee in response. Alright, that's fine. Sure, we still get into damage. That means we get to light up the stage. Because that not only does that kill their Squee and save our creature, it we'll play it untapped. We're just gonna play out this Rimrock Knight as a creature. Pass turn. If they just spend their turn recasting Squee, we can get it out of the way with Domri's Ambush, and we'll be pretty happy about it. Or if we just draw a land here and slam Charging Monstersaur, we'll be pretty happy about it. Alright, they're just going to recast the Squee, sure. Alright, we did draw a land, so here comes the Monstersaur. And attack with everything. Opponent scoops it up. Alright, so we were the better red aggressive deck there. We were just able to kind of snipe our opponent's cards out of the way. And yeah, their card advantage from recasting Squee wasn't quite as good as our card advantage from Light Up the Stage and being able to recast our Devil's Play. Because even if our opponent did block there and didn't take that much damage, this Devil's Play is just sitting in the graveyard. The longer the game goes, the more this is going to become lethal. It basically shaves off the bottom chunk of their life just being in our graveyard. And so, yeah, we were looking pretty good there. Yeah, deck seemed to function pretty well, at least against another aggressive deck, so sweet. Alright, up against Juror 15-14, and yeah, we'll keep this. Got a 1-drop. Kind of a 2-drop, although we probably do want to get off the pump effect before we play that creature, play Rimrock if we can. Alright, Goblin Banneret. Pass turn. Okay, that gives us something else to do. Say hello back. So we will attack with our Goblin Banneret. Play the Scorch Spitter. Pass turn. Okay, sure. We do get to kill that, so it's not the end of the world. It does suck to... They get to draw a card and also gain some life here, but we at least have a removal spell for it, so not the end of the world. Yeah, we are going to definitely do that. You know, we kind of want to play this War Boss, but we can't let them gain life and draw cards if we have something to do about it, so... Get in. Okay, we're going to just play the Legion War Boss. See if they got a counter spell. Okay, that's a pretty good counterspell, sure. So our opponent's on the blue-white flyer plan. We're just gonna keep up the pressure, though. If they are just sitting here casting counterspells while we're beating them down, that's not the worst place to be. Kiln Fiend, interesting. Alright, so we are going to... We're actually gonna do this pre-combat this time. Goblin Banneret, because we want to get the Mentor trigger. Go to combat. If they just bounce our Goblin Banneret and that's their whole turn, we're okay with that. That means we get to play... Oh, okay, they didn't even have the bounce, sure. Pump up the Scorch Spinner. Affinity Singer, okay. That's a little rough. They get to eat one of our creatures here. Interesting, so they're just going to trade with a Banneret? They could have pumped down the Banneret and just eaten it, so... Kind of interesting they went with this choice, but okay. We're happier trading than just getting our creatures eaten here, so... We'll play Kiln Fiend. Pretty scary card for them. They don't know we don't have... I mean, if they play an artifact, we technically have something we can cast. But right now it's looking a little less than good. Tezzeret, okay. Well, that's... If they make a token... Oh, they actually make a token. Okay, okay. So we will Empress Shieldbreaker, blow up their token. I kind of want to just cast Devil's Play for 0. Let's see, is that lethal? That's 3. Okay, so that'll be... No, but this will be 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not quite lethal, so we'll just attack in here. We almost had lethal just by casting that Devil's Play for 0. Play out the Shieldbreaker. See what our opponent's got. Hopefully not a Wrath. Ooh, double white. It's pretty scary. Sure, they make a token. And we got that Devil's Play opponent. They're eyeballing it. Okay, they just pass the turn. So do we... Yeah, I think we just go... Devil's Play for 1. Pump up our Kiln Fiend. Get the blocker out of the way. Sure. Go to combat. Attack. What you got, opponent? They got something. Dream Eater. Okay, they're going to flash in the Dream Eater. But they have to trade with... I guess they don't have to trade because they get to bounce our Kiln Fiend back to hand. That's a little scary. Wow, they got a bunch of lands out of the way. Alright, so they survive thanks to Dream Eater. We do get to Siege Gang, and if we can Siege Gang and untap with it, we just kill them. So we'll see what they scry to the top. We also do have some burn spells that could potentially just kill them. What does this actually do in ultimates? Okay, you just go get a permanent. Okay, we don't care about that. We're not going to focus on this Teferi at all. We don't care. We're just going to try to kill our opponent. Lightning Strike would be a really good draw here. Alright, opponent runs out Hypnotic Sprite. Opponent hits us with the Dream Eater. It's not what we wanted to draw, but I think we'll go Siege Gang Commander. Hopefully opponent doesn't have a counter spell. Wow, opponent had it. Alright, can't pay it. Well, that was the perfect card. They needed to counter that turn or they just lose. That might be it, though. We still have a chance if we draw if we draw our lightning bolt, or whatever it's called, lightning strike, opponent's going to ultimate this next turn, but that's fine. We don't care. We got to kill him. We got to kill him here in like the next turn or two, or we're not going to win this game anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Safara. Well, now we got to kill him right now, or we lose. Opponent had it. Okay, they had all the answers. If we can draw a removal spell, we still win though. Ugh. Well, that's just how it goes. All right, we'll scoop it up. So yeah, opponent just needed to miss one time. If we could have untapped with our goblin, we would have won. If they didn't have the Dream Meter that one turn, we would have won. So that's just how it goes, though. Sometimes, you know, sometimes your opponent has it, and they did that time. So, oh well, on to the next one. Alright, up against Fable, and yeah, we'll keep this. We got some green cards and no green mana, but we do have Land Storm to get us there if we can draw one more land of any type. So, we got a 1-drop into a 2-drop, and any land gets us into a really good place. Scorch Spitter. Let's see if our opponent can deal with a Scorch Spitter on turn 1. Alright, there's the land we were hoping for. Play Kiln Fiend. Get into the Scorch Spitter. Alright. What you got, opponent? This is with the instants and sorceries, right? Yeah. Okay, opponent has a removal spell, so they're on blue-black control, it looks like. I think we just run out... Yeah, we just run out Land Storm here. Get our green mana. Pass turn. And next turn we can play Galley and start drawing cards. If we need to, we can play the Domri. Ashiok. We're going to have to kill Ashiok. Usually, probably want to ignore Planeswalkers, but Ashiok is too much of a clock. Yeah. So, okay. Well, we did draw a green source there too. Can we... I guess we can play everything, and we can discard our risk factor for sure, which is really good. This counts off... Domri will cut off all counter spell. Actually, we don't even need to... Undo. Hold on a second. So, make green mana. Play Gallia. Now we get to attack. What is the best way to split up our damage here? I guess there's no real way to do this. We'll leave one thing on Ashiok. That's probably fine. Attack like this. We get to get all these abilities. Discard risk factor, which is great to have in the graveyard. Sure. And pass turn, and our opponent's pretty low here. Hey, and they scoop it up. There it is. Alright, that was exactly what we wanted. Risk factor. Yeah, we had fun. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. Uh-oh. I just sent some bad information. But, anyway, we had risk factor in our graveyard, which our opponent was going to have to let us draw cards off of, so that's pretty awesome. And our opponent, maybe we just shouldn't have gone after that Ashiok. But I was afraid of if we didn't go after that Ashiok and they untapped and had a board wipe here. Ashiok is just ridiculous and limited. Milling the top 4 cards of your deck is insane. Like, this can pretty much beat us by itself if they're able to Wrath. It's basically a win condition. So by knocking that down to a point where it wasn't scary, we left ourselves where we couldn't die to the Ashiok at least. But the alternative thing we could have done is just attacked with Scorch Spitter, and that would have done, 3 more damage to our opponent, put them at 5. And then they're, having these hasty threats, having risk factor, we would have hopefully been able to burn them out from there. But, I went with this option just in case they had our Wrath, but that was the other way we could have gone. But regardless, we won. So mono red-ish seems pretty good in this format. Sweet. Alright, next game against Opposite Daddy. Nice. And, yeah, we'll keep this. Got a 1-drop into light up the stage. Can't complain about that. If we can hit another land, this Legion War Boss should be pretty good. Okay, opponent also is on red-green at least, if not more. Yeah, I think we'll take this turn to do the light up the stage rather than run out the Hellhound. Even though that would be a little more aggressive. Well, I guess we can't cast anything anyway, so we'll get the tap land out of the way. Next turn we can Hellhound plus Scorch Spitter. And then we have a pretty scary board. Wow, opponent Lava Coils the 1-drop. Okay. that's fine. Scorch Spitter, Rage Hound, pass a turn. See what our opponent's up to. Looks like they're on red-green too. Rampaging Frostodon is a scary card. We would like our removal. Okay, we will go to the... play our War Boss. Probably... Yeah. Opponent pings us. Sure. Attack with everything. And we can Rimrock Knight to... Okay. Well, that didn't go how I expected it to. They killed the Rimrock Knight? I mean, they killed the Underworld Ragehound? Okay, there's Anax, sure. I'm gonna save this Rimrock Knight to actually trade with their creatures. Kiln Fiend is cool, but I think we need to just go to combat. Swing with everything except War Boss. Ping our opponent. Yep, we're going to eat their Anax here. Sure, before that thing gets too far out of control. Then we're gonna Kiln Fiend and pass a turn. And Legion War Boss is pumping us out an army of tokens here. This can't block anyway, so Charging Monster Sword, sure. We can't pump this up enough to actually trade with the Charging Monster Sword with this risk factor is the thing. So I think what we do is just go to combat, make a token, attack. I guess we can put a counter on the Kiln Fiend. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do it like this. Put a counter on the Kiln Fiend. And if they block the Kiln Fiend, we get to trade with the Monster Sword. Okay, they're just going to block the Legion War Boss, which we're also fine with. So we're going to risk factor. Hit our opponent for an absolute truckload. Opponent lets us draw, sure. And we can go Mountain. We'll go... I think we just play the Rimrock Knight's fine. Yeah, play the Rimrock Knight. Pass turn. And opponent, I mean, not in the best shape right now. All they've got is a Monster Sword. Okay. We can kill that with Ambush. An Imperious Prefect. That's an interesting one. Alright. And can we just win here? Let's see. If we go Domri's Ambush, the Rimrock Knight, fight the Runaway Steam Cannon. That'll get this up to a 5 power. This will be 4 power. We attack with everything. They block, take 3. And then we can... I guess we can't quite win this turn. So I think we still do it just to put them under as much pressure, because we can untap with it. And next turn we can play the Siege Gang and then immediately sacrifice a Goblin with it. So I think what we do is Rimrock Knight, fight the Steamkin. Oh wait, that's not even a fight. I should have killed the Prefect. That was a bit of a mistake. And then I'll go to combat, attack with everything. Yeah, so we're going to lose our Rimrock Knight here when we didn't need to, which is a little sad. But we're still going to hit our opponent for so much that we have them dead to just sacking a Goblin next turn. What? Okay. They let us keep the Kiln Fiend. Interesting. We'll just get back the Ragehound here. 1, 2, everything except for risk factor. Sure. Yeah, but we still got our opponent dead here. We just play this land. We'll have 7 mana, which means we can play Siege Gang and immediately sack a Goblin to ping them for 2. So they're dead no matter what here. Okay. Alright, okay. That was a little bit of a weird block by our opponent. We also, I forgot that Domri's Ambush, something to keep in mind, Domri's Ambush isn't actually a fight spell. It's a deals damage equal to its power. I only saw that as I was finishing casting it. So what we should have done there is buffed up our Kiln Fiend with Domri's Ambush, have it kill the Charging Monster Sword, and then attack in. That would have been a lot better. Then I was thinking it was a fight spell, in which case our Kiln Fiend would have traded with their Monster Swords, but yep, that's how that card works. We won anyway, despite a slight, not the perfect way of playing it. Honestly, it didn't even really matter, even if they could have survived that. We just had them dead to Siege Gang Commander this turn, so all good. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright, up against I'm Gonna Turn, and okay, we don't have a 1-drop, but we do have Light Up the Stage and 2 1/1s, which should hopefully mean we can get up some damage on turn 3 to get this Light Up the Stage through. Castle Embereth is also nice. This is the first time we've drawn it. Play a Mountain, pass turn. Opponent? Okay, opponent doesn't have a 1-drop, so we'll go Forest, Forbidden Friendship, get in some damage, because the dinosaur does have haste. Fast turn. Hopefully we can get our light up stage off this turn. If we need to, we can Domri's Ambush plus light up a stage, which is pretty good. Okay, opponent doesn't have a lot going on, it seems like. Attack. Light up the stage. Okay, we'll play the Mountain and the Kiln Fiend, and Kiln Fiend plus Domri's Ambush, pretty scary. Means we can get any threat out of the way and also hit them in the face for just a crap load of damage. And we will remember how Domri's Ambush works this time. Okay. Once Upon a Time for free. Pretty good. Pretty good. And Dryad, but we can kill that Dryad thanks to Domri's Ambush. I think that's what we do. So we will go Domri's Ambush, kill the Dryad. Hopefully they don't have a 1 mana. Okay. And do we want to do it for... So if we do it for 1 here, we make this a 9 power, hit them for 1. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do this while we have the Kiln Fiend, because they could untap and kill the Kiln Fiend. We could have played 2 1-drops here, but I think we just get in all the damage with the Kiln Fiend that we can while we can. Because they can untap and kill the Kiln Fiend, or they can wrath the board here, and if we played the 1/1s, that would be really bad. So we're gonna get in the damage with the Kiln Fiend while we can. And we have lethal here, because we can flashback this Devil's Play for 1 again, pump this Kiln Fiend up like crazy. So we'll see what our opponent does. And once we get up to 5 mana, we can also start Siege Gang Commandering, so we have a backup plan if they have some sort of disruption. Polukranos, okay. Polukranos is going to be able to snipe down our Kiln Fiend. So if we attack with... We play Robber the Rich, attack with Robber, they block the Robber probably. Or maybe they block the Kiln Fiend, we get in 4 damage, and then we have them dead to Devil's Play. Okay, I think that's what we do. I think we go Robber the Rich. Go to combat, attack with everything. Get a free draw off our... Okay, it's just a land, so we don't get to take that. Opponent goes down to 2, and then we just run out a couple 1-drops. And I mean, if they take their turn to like Wrath here, we have them dead to drawing a land and just Devil's Playing for 2. They take their turn to just fight our creatures with Polukranos, we also have them dead to Devil's Play. And if they're not able to deal with our board, we just have them dead to our board. So we've got them dead in a lot. They're going to need some specific stuff to get out of this. Primarily life gain, and if they have like Shadow Spear and they're able to give their Polukranos lifelink and start eating our creatures, that could dig them out of this for sure. But anything short of that, it's gonna need to be something really specific like that to get them out of it. We'll see if they've got it. Please no, they're targeting the Polukranos. Don't do it, please. Don't give it lifelink. They're just gonna start fighting our creatures. We have them. Oh yeah, okay. Sure. That's fine. Oh, we got a lightning... Okay, now we got them ultra super mega dead. Attack with everything, and once they're tapped out, we'll just lightning bolt them in the face. We hit 2 lands, we did. Sure, okay. They're probably just going to tap... I mean, even if they... We don't even have to cast a lightning strike, to be honest. Pretty sneaky, sis. But we got you. Bam. All right, so our opponent did have some life gain there to try to like dig their way out of this, but unfortunately for them, we drew the lightning bolt, which is pretty good. Yeah, this is probably our best matchup, I think. Mid-rangey decks like this, we just can get underneath. They're just trying to like dirtle around and play these big Polukranosis and stuff. And meanwhile, we're just beating them down. We struggle a little bit against control because they have the Wraths. You know, that's really what is pretty brutal against our deck, is getting Wrath on turn 3 or 4. I think this is our best matchup where it's a slow deck and also it doesn't probably not running Wraths. So yeah, we were really in no risk of losing there, because even if they did find a way to deal with all this, we just had 2 I win the game cards in our hand / in our flashback zone. So all right, we'll go on to the next one. Mono red looking pretty good. Okay, up against Fiddle, and yeah, we'll keep this. This looks like the mono-readiest hand that ever mono-redded. So we have a... Definitely unhappy about going second with this hand, but we have Castle Imbrith to pump up all these 1/1s we're making. Opponents on blue something. Identity Singer would be really bad. Would eat our Scorch Bitter. I don't know if we play around it. Okay, they're just going to run out the Hypnotic Sprite, sure. Okay, we'll just go Forbidden Friendship. And if they want to trade the Hypnotic Sprite with our Scorch Bitter, that's okay. Okay, they do. Sure. Elspeth's Nightmare. Alright, that does eat one of our tokens. Doesn't do anything else against us, though. We don't have anything in hand for it to steal. So I think we just go... Lannery Storm here? Yeah, Lannery Storm. Get in. And I think we play the Banneret. I mean, we are playing into a Wrath here, but... I think that's just where we're at. I see the Castle Imbrith. We can Castle Imbrith next turn if we wanted to. If we want to just not commit any more to the board, maybe we Castle Imbrith instead next turn. I don't know. We'll see what our opponent does. Dread Presence. Alright, we're going to need to kill that. Oh, what a draw. That was... Couldn't ask for a better draw than that. So we'll kill the Scorching Dragonfire. Play Ginger Brute. Combat. Do we just want to pump the Goblin? Yeah, we're just going to pump the Goblin Banneret, because it also pumps up our Lannery Storm as well by sacking the treasure. We could have played the Rage Hound here, but I think we're just going to take this damage while we can get it. Pass turn. See if an opponent... I mean, what they need is a Wrath here. If they find a second black source and go Ritual of Soot, that's not great for us. But we do have this Underworld Rage Hound as a recursive threat. Oh, our opponent didn't have it. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, killing that Dread Presence was the key. If they untapped there and started just killing our stuff and gaining life with Dread Presence, that would have been really bad. But they did not. We drew a removal spell, so sweet. All right. 5 wins so far. On to the next game. Okay, still not going first. Up against HMV 14. We'll keep this. Hurts not to have a 1-drop when we're not going first, for sure. We'll play this tapped. Probably just run out Gallia next turn. I don't know. I mean, maybe Forbidden Friendship's better, actually. Yeah, we're going to do Forbidden Friendship, because they could be leading up a removal spell here, and Gallia is more susceptible to that, so run out Forbidden Friendship. This puts us in the best position to light up the Sage next turn. Okay, opponent's going to cycle. Opponent appears to be on some sort of Abzan. Oh my god, Phyrexian Arena. Alright. Okay, how do we want to do this exactly? I think we go... There's some risk to us discarding Torbrand here, which would be very bad. So we're not going to play a land first, but we are going to play Gallia pre-combat, so that we do get to draw some cards here. Not Torbrand, not Torbrand, not Torbrand. Okay. Whew. Alright, very good. We'll play a mountain, and... Do we want to light up... We'll just... I think we'll light up the stage, actually. Part of me wants to Scorch Bitter just to put as much pressure on them as possible. Ooh, well, Siege Gang Commander... That was the worst possible thing we could have hit up that light up the stage. Jeez. Oof. But yeah, we're gonna... Josu Vess, alright. Combat. Attack with everything. No Torbrand, no Torbrand, no Torbrand. Oh my... Oh god. We discarded Torbrand and drew a bunch of mana. That was as bad as it could have possibly gone. Jeez. Alright. Pump the creature here. Put as much damage on them as we can. I mean, with this Phyrexian Arena, we gotta just slam as much damage as possible here. Man, ugh. Torbrand... Discarding Torbrand was definitely as bad as it gets. But we are... I mean, we got them sandwiched between this Phyrexian Arena and this Devil's Play, right? So we're just going to apply as much pressure as possible. Wow, they're going to attack with a Josu Vess. They have a Wrath? Oh my god, they do. Well, that's pretty brutal. Sure. Domri's Ambush is pretty bad. I think we just... We can Devil's Play for 4? Yeah, we'll just Devil's Play here and then flash it back to kill him next turn, hopefully. Devil's Play for 4. Hit our opponent in the face with it. Opponent goes down to 4. Opponent hits us. I mean, unless they can gain life here, it doesn't really matter what they do. Okay, take the Dominier's Ambush, sure. What you got, opponent? You got life gain? You're gonna need it. Yeah, Phyrexian Arena, I don't know if our opponent should have played that. Okay. And our opponent essentially scoops it up. So we will hit them for 3. They die to their own Phyrexian Arena on their upkeep, and that's game. Yeah, I think our opponent probably would have won that game if they hadn't played that Phyrexian Arena. That is not a card you want to play against Mono Red, I think. That basically gave us like 4 or 5 free damage just for nothing. Wow. So, yeah, just a heads up, if you're playing against Mono Red, do not play Phyrexian Arena. If you have it in your hand, just say, well, oh well, I guess that's a card that does nothing in my hand. That was not the right play, I can't imagine. So, anyway, yeah, took down another Abzan value deck. They did get closer to beating us in the other one, but most of that was because we discarded our Torbrand. We rolled the dice and we lost. It was a pretty low % chance we discarded the Torbrand, but we managed to do it. Maybe we should have just played it pre-combat, and you know, maybe the mistake was lighting up the stage the turn we did. Maybe we should have instead just played Scorch Spitter or whatever the 1-drop was we had, and then just untap, play Torbrand, smash in, and just forget about the light up stage for now. That probably would have been better, but it all worked out in the end. So sweet. On to the next one. Alright, on to what is perhaps the finals, and yeah, we'll keep this. Kiln Fiend plus Scorching Dragonfire is pretty good. Light the stage is a little bit awkward because we want to do that post-combat, but yeah, we'll play Mountaineer, pass. But yeah, if we win this, it's the finals. We did go second again. We've gone second quite a lot, unfortunately. Play out the Kiln Fiend. Our opponent probably has removal for it, but I think we still play it out. Okay, they didn't have removal. Red and black feels like they Anax. Wow, Anax is actually good for us because the Scorching Dragonfire actually exiles, so we'll... yeah, just Scorching Dragonfire, get rid of it. Get in the damage while we can with this Kiln Fiend. We don't have a 1-drop to follow it. Oh, actually we have the light up stage to follow it up, so all good. Light up the stage. Again, a little awkward. Alright, well, sucks to lose the Devil's Play, but probably just play... I guess what we can do next turn is Glinthorn Buccaneer and Devil's Play for 0. The 0 Devil's Play will actually pump up our Kiln Fiend, so it's still doing something, and it gets in our graveyard most importantly. Oh, Midnight Reaper. Okay. I guess just to trade with our Kiln Fiend, probably. That's fine, though. We'll play Glinthorn Buccaneer. Play Devil's Play for 0, just to get it into our graveyard. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't do anything. Attack. See if our opponent wants to trade with our Kiln Fiend with our Midnight Reaper. We're okay with that. It still deals them 1 damage. Opponent appears to be on some sort of red-black sacrifice deck, potentially. Okay, they're just going to trade with our Kiln Fiend, sure. We're almost at 5 mana for the Siege Gang Commander. Glinthorn Buccaneer is actually a pretty good fighter. Like, we can play Domri here, and having 4 toughness with fight is pretty good, because it'll be a 3/4, and that kills a lot of stuff. We'll see. Slaughter Priest. Okay. And Mayhem. Okay, we gotta kill the Mayhem Devil. So here we're gonna just Domri, kill the Mayhem Devil. Cannot let them untap with that. And do we want to leave back the Glinthorn Buccaneer to block? I think actually we just get in here. See if they want to trade with the Slaughter Priest. If not, getting 3 damage is fine. Alright, and we'll play the Scorch Spitter. And they either got to spend a removal spell on our Scorch Spitter to get through to our Domri, or trade, you know, if they just swing in with the Slaughter Priest and trade our 1-drop for their 2-drop, we're okay with that. We do want to keep Domri around if we can. Bastion, okay. Bastion of Remembrance is kind of good against us. See what they do. They can sacrifice to give their Slaughter Priest first strike, so they would just eat our Scorch Spitter, but we'll still block. It'll save our Domri anyway. Oh, that was... okay. Claim the Firstborn. That's pretty good. There goes Domri. Sure, sure, sure. Wow, they did. Okay, well that was about as well as it could have gone for them. unfortunately for us. Okay, well, drawing a land is pretty good, so we'll just Siege Gang Commander, go wide, pass turn, start just shooting him in the face, and Siege Gang Commander plus Legion War Boss is pretty good. To Vault. Okay, okay. Vault isn't the best for us, because they can sack their stuff, their devils, to kill our Siege Gang Commander, so we probably have to kill this Slaughter Priest, actually. Yeah, we're gonna have to just kill this Slaughter Priest so they can't sack selectively to kill our Siege Gang. What we'll do here is play Legion War Boss, make a Goblin, swing in with all of our 1/1s. I don't even know you could do that. Just choose multiple things to attack. That's pretty cool. See what our opponent blocks. Okay, let everything... actually what we'll do is sacrifice... blow up Slaughter Priest, kill this Goblin. Opponent gains a life. Yeah, the life gain off of Bastion of Remembrance is pretty annoying. Okay, opponent makes a Devil. And scoops it up. Wow, okay. Okay, well that was that was it. We won. We won the whole thing. So our opponent had a kind of interesting deck, a red-black sacrifice deck, and if they were able to untap with these Mayhem Devils and the Slaughter Priest of Mogus, we would have been in trouble for sure. They can definitely just snipe down our whole board with that combo. And even just Slaughter Priest plus these Devils, I mean, they could have killed our Siege Gang Commander, so we would just be left over with some Goblins. But we were able to answer their stuff on time, and yeah, just sort of curve out and kind of did what they were trying to do better by just going wide and slamming our opponent's face. So took down red-black sacrifice, and this deck looks pretty good across the board. So let's go claim our prize for winning our cube draft. Only one loss. I can't even remember what we lost to, but I think it was a control deck. I think they had, yeah, it was a control deck, and they had some answers at opportune times. But besides that, we went against mid-range, we went against other aggressive decks, and we just, having this mono-reddish sort of deck was definitely, it felt very powerful. Like, this cube is a lot of powerful Planeswalkers in it, a lot of powerful in-game spells people are trying to, like, kind of dirtle around and get to, and just being able to apply pressure, you know, as on turn 1, turn 2, and just basically say you either have to have a Wrath. If you spend your first 2 or 3 turns just dirtling around, playing tap lands, playing little artifacts or enchantments that don't really do anything, and then you're hoping to like untap on turn 4 and play a Karn or something, you're just not going to survive against our deck. You're going to need a Wrath on turn 4. You're going to need some, you know, to put a lot of bodies out to block us, and if you can't do one of those things, you're just dead. You know, that's kind of where the power has been in modern years, right? It's been in, like, Planeswalkers. It's been in sort of these mid-rangey threats, things like Questing Beasts that are just, like, ridiculous walls of text for 4 mana. That's where a lot of the power of the game has been as, you know, as Arena's been around. That's what this cube is based around, is, you know, cards on Arena. So a lot of the more powerful cards in the deck are those sort of mid-rangey, planeswalkery threats. But if we have this deck that's just like, we're not going to let you get there, we're not going to let you get to those powerful threats, then yeah, it really puts our opponent under the gun, and it seemed really, really, really good. So let's claim our prizes. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Go to claim our prizes, and got 6,000 gold. The entry fee is 4,000, so we got that back plus half. Got a couple rares. Let's see. Isolate. Pretty god-awful card. I think maybe it sees a little bit of play in, like, maybe Vintage or something, where everything has 1 or less mana cost, but nowhere else, really. Johnny's Last Stand, also pretty bad. And In Bolus's Clutches is... I'm sure I have, like, 80 of these, you know, because I played a lot of Dominaria Draft, and this card was just ridiculous in Dominaria Draft. I mean, it's an uncommon that feels like a mythic. It's a stupid card. But anyway, besides our maybe not the best pulls ever as far as cards, we got 6,000 gold back, so we basically got our draft for free and then some. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I sure enjoy playing. I just love to play Cube. I think a lot of people prefer, like, just Vintage and Legacy Cube and whatever, but to me, I like having a variety. Like, I like this Cube a lot because it's different. You know, after you've played Vintage Cube you know, 10, 20 times, you kind of get the idea of the archetypes and what's the best and yada yada yada. And I like it, you know, I like a shakeup like this, a brand new cube to play around with, brand new decks to build. And maybe this doesn't have as much power or as much, you know, archetype stability as some older cubes, but it's still a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend it, and I'll see you next time.